Welcome to my channel. My name is Amarette. I'm just starting this, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm really excited to be on here and to meet you all. I've actually been wanting to start a channel for 10 years, but have always kind of been nervous or too busy or this, that, and the other. So I finally decided to just do it, and I'm so excited to have you here with me. I've just moved to Cambria, California, Central Coast. I've always lived in Southern California. I mean, I lived a couple other places, but primarily I've lived my life in Southern California. So one of the reasons I wanted to start this channel was to kind of document this time in my life, moving up here, and then next year I think I'm going to be moving kind of around the country a little bit, and I wanted to have kind of like a vlog diary for myself, but I thought about, you know, bringing people along too. One of my favorite things about YouTube is watching people from other parts of the world and see how they live their life. So I'm gonna just kind of bring you with me and we'll have some fun together. I'm not really quite sure how I'm going to be doing stuff, but we'll figure it out, and yeah, I'm really excited. Explore a weekend with me in San Luis Obispo County. We started our Friday off at the Mission San Luis Obispo. I had never been here before, but growing up in California, I've learned all about the missions that line the El Camino Real. What was so beautiful and unique about this mission was all of the exhibits they had inside. They were in the original mission, and not only could you see the original doors from the build, but they also had an exhibit of items that would have been used on property at the start of the mission. They also had exhibits about contemporary life in 1800s San Luis Obispo. There were exhibits on important townspeople that lived in the area, including the saddle makers and silver makers. They also had a room dedicated to the indigenous people that used to reside in the area. There was beautiful murals on the wall, as well as woven baskets, flints, and different jewelry they would have worn or used. We continued our day at SLO Creek Farm, a little hidden farm where you can pick up apples and flowers. It was decorated with so many cute pumpkins and a red tractor for a photo moment. The field was filled with gorgeous dahlias of all colors, gone in rows with pink, white, yellow, crimson, and charming rows of sunflowers raving in the breeze, smiling merrily. But the real reason we were here was to pick apples. They say you know when apples are ready to be picked because they'll just fall off the tree into your hand. I know I picked a couple that were definitely not ready to come off, so I let them be. Next stop was Avila Valley Barn, a beautiful space filled with different types of produce that you could buy locally grown, ice cream, and all different types of treats. Right now, it's filled with pumpkins, everything you could imagine. Small pumpkins, big pumpkins, orange pumpkins, white pumpkins, green gourds, yellow gourds. It really was a feast for the eyes. We decided to get some treats while we looked around. We stopped at the chicken shack and smokehouse and got some apple cider fresh pressed that day. It did not disappoint. It was so sweet and delicious, and if you know anything about California fall, you know it was hot. So a refreshing apple juice on a warm day was just what we wanted. We also decided to get some of the mac and cheese, and it was very yummy. Although next time, I think we're gonna try getting the chicken sandwich. Of course, we couldn't leave without getting a sweet treat to bring home, so we got some pumpkin ice cream for the road. Our final stop for the evening was the Madonna Inn. Again, if you're from California, you've probably heard of or know somebody that stayed at this very iconic place in Central California. It has its own decor style for sure. Known for its pink decor, country vibe, and individually styled rooms, the Madonna Inn is an iconic piece of California history. Today we were visiting just to walk around and also to get a piece of cake from their amazing bakery. I also picked up a couple of truffles because I couldn't resist another sweet treat to bring home. Okay, so we're back home now and I'm really excited to try these. I got them from the bakery at Madonna Inn. They're like little truffles. I got a passion fruit one and a pumpkin one. I'm gonna try the pumpkin one first. This cute little like orange. Let's see. It is super pumpkin-y. It's almost like a, you know what it actually tastes like? It's almost like a pumpkin filled manila cookie. I think that's what they're called. That's what this tastes like, but very good. Let's try the passion fruit. So cute. It's like a little heart. It has red and orange on it with like a little dash of green. Oh my god. That is so good. We got some truffles at this little store in Taos, New Mexico a couple years ago called Cupcakes and Cashmere. Those are phenomenal. These are a very close second, and luckily they're only 40 minutes away from me. We also got a piece of cake. It was the raspberry cake, I think. But we've already like bitten into it and it's freaking delicious. Definitely recommend if you're around this area, San Luis Obispo, to go to the Madonna Inn bakery or even just walk around the Madonna Inn. Freaking crazy, so fun, definitely like a moment in time. And it's like a pink fever dream. Like if you love pink, go to Madonna Inn. Now gonna finish the night off with a delicious bowl of homemade chicken noodle soup. So freaking good. I decided to clean my apples with a little bit of water and vinegar. 1 part vinegar, 3 parts water to clean them and get them prepped for the crisp I was going to make the next day. I made these little ghosties as short decorations for our tree outside, made out of cheesecloth and some twine and some plastic from the packaging, and just put them up, and they made me so happy all season long.
I'm so done with. I got tons of solo. I got tons of solo.
We attended the Cruise Control Gallery opening for Modern Day Folk Art by Jamie Mulhausen. The press relief states his art is characterized by his love for color and pattern and little details using bright paints and metallic inks. His Fesman characters are mostly based on the mystical and fun aspects of many of the old fraternal organizations like Shriners, Moose Lodge, and Oddfellows. We finished this day with a walk at Fiscalini Ranch Preserve. We went on the ocean walk, which runs along the bluff, and it is stunning. It's one of our favorites in Cambria. Here I am coring apples for an apple crisp that was okay, but I'm not going to give you the recipe because it wasn't amazing. But maybe I'll find a better one in the future. As you can see here, I'm reading my tartine bread book. It's one of my favorite new cookbooks I have, although I have to say I already read it circa 2014. My uncle had it at his house in West Hollywood when I was in college. I started to make bread then. I guess I was a little bit ahead of the sourdough bread making curve. It's been a long time and I haven't really had time or space to work on doing a starter and making bread, but right now it just feels right. I have a little bit of breathing room, I have a nice kitchen, and I have a lot of time to play around. One of the things that the book emphasizes is intuition. Bread making is an art and a science, but it also has a certain amount of flexibility. One of the major factors is location. And by location, I mean temperature at your location. For instance, because I live in Central California on the coast, it's been a little bit colder here than it would be in, say, Southern California. Just 5 degrees of difference makes a big difference in the time that you let your starter take off, or let your bread leaven, or even let it go for its final rise. One of the things I've loved about this process is it's almost meditative. Everything you do, you have to pay attention to it. You watch the bread, see where it's at, and go from there. It's not exact. You can't exactly follow the book. It's a good guidepost, but you really just have to learn by doing and watching. For instance, I made a really beautiful leaven and ended up making a really nice bread, but I put maybe a little less flour than I should have when I was rolling the dough into a ball. I also baked it for the suggested time, but it probably could have done with 5 to 7 more minutes. Nonetheless, it was delicious and I've enjoyed it so much the last couple of days with grilled cheese, toast for my morning eggs, and then tonight I'm actually going to be putting it on homemade onion soup. I'm going to top it with Gruyere cheese, throw it in the broiler, and crisp it up until it's perfectly done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back in a couple days and I'll have another one up. While I'm beginning, I'm still trying to figure out my posting schedule, but I hope that you'll stick around and like and subscribe. See you next time!